Hi guys! This is going to be my January/February favorites type of video. I've been seeing a lot of these recently, and if I'm being honest, I'm redoing my intro for the 1000th time, and I'm holding the camera because I'm tired of setting it up. But this entire video is going to be a mix of just things that I enjoyed in February and January because it's the 23rd and I was supposed to film this a while ago. But it's going to be a good mix of things, books, music, other concepts, like just things that make me happy, self-care type of things. But that's basically it. So I hope you guys enjoy the video. Bye. Okay, so for the first category I'm going to share with you guys is book recommendations / book favorites. And the first one I have on here is I Who Have Never Known Man by Jacqueline Hoffman, which I believe is a French translation, but I digress, it doesn't matter. The writing in here is absolutely phenomenal. Follow the story of this girl who's in the very beginning, I believe, they don't even know how old she is. She's around 13 to 16, and since she could remember, she's been stuck in this bunker with 39 other women, and it follows their story of their captivity, and she has no idea what's going on, what the world holds for her. And one day, this isn't the synopsis, so I'm not spoiling anything, but they do escape, and it follows her entire journey of growing up without a regular world, without like proper contact in her beginning ages. It touches a bit into sexuality and feminism and relationships with all these other people, and it's just if you want something to break your heart and give you so much hope for a lot of different things, I recommend this book. It was such a good read. It tore my heart out. Like, you know how it's gonna end, but it gives you hope every now and then, and there's just so much. There were a lot of page turners for me. There was a lot of like, oh, what's gonna happen next? Overall, great story. I gave it a 5 out of 5. It tore right into my heart. I think you guys should read it. The next book I have that I literally just finished today, I was at Barnes & Noble's and I finished it within an hour, is Flowers for Allergon. And the plot of this story is that there's this boy, he's deep into the spectrum, and right now scientists around are trying to find out how to fix this people with special needs. It also is an older book, so they do use some words that wouldn't be politically correct in this day and age, such as the R slur and stuff, and they refer to him as this and that. But Allergon is this mice that has gone through a surgery, through this process that bumped up his IQ, and now he's smart, and they do the same thing to our main character, Charlie. And the entire story is about Charlie learning about himself, progressing. The story is written through Charlie's eyes, through progress reports, as he's going through this experiment. He is the experiment, he's their little lab rat. And it talks about his past and his trauma and his navigation with the new world. He becomes really smart, but you also find out, again, this isn't the synopsis, so it's not really a spoiler, but they also realize that Allergon the mouse is also declining after some time. So it's this entire story of a man learning more about himself, becoming a regular person, and, you know, the resentment that came with who he was before and what's going on with him now, and eventually the fall of him and meeting the same fate as Allergon. It's, you know, I don't want to say I'm spoiling it. I had a lot of hope that things would turn out differently, but it didn't, and it's just an amazing book, and I think you guys should read it. Okay, so for my next category, I'm just talking about things that are making me happy right now. It's literally called random, but these are just things that mundane self-discoveries that I've realized I've really enjoyed. Nothing too big, but the first thing I'd like to talk about is hot coffee. I'm a person who loves iced coffee. I have an iced coffee right there, and for the longest time I've always said I don't like mocha, I don't like iced mocha. But within the cold season of mainly January, it's starting to warm up where I am now in February. I love hot coffee. I love hot coffee. I love hot mocha. I don't love lattes that are hot. I like them when they're iced. I just think, I don't know what it is, but hot mocha, especially when you're on a rush and you have to drive 30 minutes to your class. Oh, I love it. I love hot mocha on nice, cold, and windy days. Another thing that I have discovered recently are the true fruit strawberries, where it's literally just frozen strawberries and chocolate, and they come prepackaged, and I keep buying them and eating them, and they're so good. I don't know if there's anything special that they put in them. You could probably go make it at home and just get some chocolate, dip it in, get the strawberries and freeze them, but these have been a great snack, and I brought them on my Valentine's trip. I ate them. They're so good. Oh, another thing is Fortnite. I've been playing Fortnite a lot with my cousins. I got back into it. It's silly, but I think I've gotten back into gaming. I don't know if that's really right. I've always gamed. I got my PC back there, but I think Fortnite, I can't really rave about Fortnite without sounding silly. But Fortnite's fun. I also have here Spirit Fair. It's an indie game where essentially you are the new Spirit Fair. I forget his name. My sibling would know about this. But you're bringing back lost souls, and it's this little indie game, and it's storytelling, and you learn about all the lost souls, and you show them their final forms while also giving them like a little hotel to live on your boat, and this and that, and you learn a bunch of stories, and you interact with everyone, and it's really cute. I like it so far. I haven't gotten too far into it. You also have a really cute cat. I like the interface of the game, the UI interface. I'd say it runs smoothly. I play it on my MacBook rather than up there. I realized I also like playing more indie games on the MacBook rather than up there. But yeah, you guys should check out Spirit Fair. It is so cute and it's so sweet. And it's just a really nice cozy game because I realized that I'm tired of all of the farming simulators. I love Animal Crossing. I love Lake Slime Rancher. I love Minecraft. I play Stardew Valley a bit. I love the farming simulators, but I realize how bored I've gotten with the repetitive, oh, look, it's another farming sim. So if you need another new indie game that's still cozy and such, get some storyline through it, I'd recommend Spirit Fair. I think it's cute. The next thing on my list is Sunny Angels? I don't know. My cousin kept posting about them, and eventually I fell in love with them. So now I have a lot of them, but I don't know if you can see behind me, they're everywhere. I have a melon hanging off my PC. There's a strawberry and pineapple. There's one on my MacBook, which is the apple. I have them everywhere. I just think they're so cute. But yeah, my new little collection. I just think they're cute. And now the other category I have for you guys is self-care. First thing I have on here is journaling. I'm gonna pull out my journal right now actually and show you guys that I'm pretty sure I got this in January just because I wanted a fresh start on my journal. The way that I would journal before would be within my tracker book, which I'll talk about in a second. But honestly, I think when people diss on journaling, they just don't know how to. Personally, the way I would like to explain the way I journal is sometimes I have prompts for myself. I have, let me see, a little list. I have journal prompts for myself that I have not completed at all, but, journaling, specifically in the idea, I haven't written down notes or anything, but with the way my brain works, I relate to a lot of things or TikToks or creators that talk about having ADHD or autism, and a part of that is processing things and my emotions. So for me, journaling is a way to slow down, step back, and see and understand how I'm feeling / what I'm thinking, rather than just sitting around and freaking out about everything around me. But along with that, I also have these journal prompts. Some of them are like relaxed, like, oh, some movies and books I'd like to read, or my favorite ones and what that means to me. Some affirmations. Some of them go deeper, like, I am a mosaic of all the people I've loved, that one Twitter post. I want to write about that because I've thought about that recently. My love languages, who do I owe apologies to / who owes apologies to me. But besides these journal prompts, I personally like writing in my journal as if I'm writing letters to someone and updating them on my life. This is probably a weird thing to share with you guys. Oh my god. But we're gonna be upfront and personal here, is that I typically address my journals to my dead sibling, which is a statement. I've never met them. My mother had a miscarriage, but for some reason, I don't know if it's like the feminine, motherly feelings inside me, but ever since I was a kid, I would always address my diary entries or journal entries to Angel, because that's what her name was. And I like to talk to her or my journals as if like, hey, this is what it's like being a living person, and this is how I feel. And sometimes they're more personal to me, but I love journaling. I love journaling and talking to myself, to her, to anyone who's out there. And it just helps me process my emotions, process what's going around me. And honestly, recently, a lot of my journaling has been gratefulness and like what I'm happy about, because this day and age, or at least before, I would always write about my issues and how angry I am with the situations. But now I've been writing specifically on days where I'm really happy, like, wow, I'm so happy to be sitting in a Barnes & Noble's writing to you right now. So I don't know, I think that I would recommend journaling to everyone, especially if you are trying to rediscover or understand yourself more, or if you just like, it's therapeutic. I've been doing this ever since I was a kid, so this isn't new to me, but if it's new to you, I really recommend it. It just helps me go about my day-to-day life. That being said, with my everyday today use, I love my trackers. Okay. Like I just mentioned before, I used to journal in my trackers, and I actually don't know where I put my old one, but I would journal within my trackers, and specifically with my tracker journals, I would love them to be tiny and compact so I can bring them everywhere, just because it's an everyday check-in with myself, just to make sure, checking in my habits. And I posted it on Instagram, and a lot of you guys seem to like it. Except you're all fake. You're all fake, because I would always post them and no one would say anything until my January spread. I'm not bitter about it, it's okay. But that's why I'm gonna share it with you guys now. Right now my January tracker, and I have my February spread up right now. For my February spread, I typically track my tracker checking, if I've read for the day, if I've gone to the gym, if I played any video games, and showering. For my January spread of showering, I would only do like full day showers, because you girls understand, only showering like part of your hair / body. So I didn't I had a lot of people swiping up being like, ew, you're stinky. I promise, it was just like the full day showers that I counted. But now I'm checking every day that I just shower typically, just to make sure I keep myself on track. It's also like a mental thing, so that I don't rot in bed all day. I also have a little mood tracker for myself. With my mood tracker, I have bad, good, great, and awesome. Just because there's no okay, I don't want to make days that weren't fantastic lower than good, because I want to say that a good day is making through the day, you know? Whereas bad days are probably where I like sobbed my entire day away. So that's why I don't include okay. So majority of my days are good. I also have my sleeping tracker. My January sleeping, oh my gosh, I was doing a lot better than I am in February. Like, I would sleep at 1 a.m. for a good 8 hours majority of the time. But right now, my February, I'm not sleeping very consistently, and I'm sleeping at really bad hours. But honestly, I think it's just really nice to be able to look back on these, and they're just fun. I've also recently added what made my day good trackers for February, and it's just like a little snippet of like what made my day awesome when I can't journal for the day. And a lot of them is like, oh, I went out with Pia, oh, I got to see my mans, oh, I had really good food. And honestly, it just helps with practicing being grateful. And yeah, you guys should do trackers too. I think they're a lot of fun, especially when you make them yourself. I just wanted to add one more thing with the randoms. This top, oh my gosh, I love it so much. Already compliments from my local cafe. Feels really nice. I also have this sheep sweater, which I bought for like $60 at Francesca's, and the material felt thin, and I was worried that it would just be like, oh, just like a thin sweater, but it's kind of what I wanted, except when I went out a night with that, like it's chilly outside, I was sweating. That sweater traps in the warmth. It is a really good sweater, and same with this. It's very nice, very breathable, but at the same time keeps me nice and warm, very cute. Ah! That's my clothing right now. Really excited. Yeah. Anyhow, that's for my favorites list. I really don't have an ending for this other than I hope you guys enjoyed listening. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I hope that I can continue making these. I just like talking to people. I don't know, maybe that's why I enjoy these vlogs so much. Thank you for watching and listening, and I hope you all have a lovely day. Bye!